Hi guys, Richie here for Wild Astro. Welcome to another gear review. In this film, I'm going to tell you why I didn't buy an Osprey backpack. Okay, so back at the end of 2019, I was looking for a new backpack. My old Vango Contour had done a few miles, it was starting to show signs of wear, was getting a little bit uncomfortable. So as many people do, I was looking around and I came across the Osprey range of backpacks, and the Osprey Ether seemed to be the ideal backpack for me. I could have it in a huge 85 litre size, although I was probably only going to go for the 70 litre version. It was panel loading, really easy access so that I could get in there and get hold of my camera gear if I wanted to. I was very close to pulling the trigger on that backpack and getting one ordered when I suddenly came across a Facebook post from a guy. If it was you and you're watching this video and you see this review, then this is all credit to you. You totally changed my direction on what I was going for with that backpack. I came across this. This is the EXPED Thunder 70 backpack, okay? And it is the pack I have used for the last 3 months, 4 months, something like that. Since I ordered it back at the end of 2019, and it has become one of my favourite bits of gear. It is absolutely fabulous. I'm going to go through some of the key features with you now, but basically, in a nutshell, why did I choose this over the Osprey Ether? Well, frankly and simply, it's the weight of the thing, okay? The Osprey Ether, while it was an ideal pack with fantastic features and everything I wanted in a backpack, it weighed about 2.3 kilos empty. This has a very similar set of features to the Ether. It weighs 1.5 kilos. Yeah, 800 grams, nearly a kilogram difference. I'm going to go through this with you now. It's a fabulous pack. I love it to pieces. But here is some of my favourite features of the pack. So I'm going to start with the size. This pack is available as a 50 and 70 litre version, and in both men's and women's configurations as well. It is throughout made of, it is a waterproof material, but it's not a watertight bag. But it is very lightweight material and very strong as well. It's got these lovely stretch mesh pockets all over it, very large one at the front, 2 nice big ones at the side. I say big ones, you can fit 2 water bottles in each of these pockets. They are huge. You've also got stretch mesh pockets on the hip belt as well. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work from the top down here. Okay, so if I start up at the top, you've got a huge top pouch on this, and you can access this from the top here, or you can access it from the inside. If I just undo the hooks here, you can access it from a zipper that's on the inside here as well. Okay, now that top piece is fully adjustable, so that if you really pile the pack full of stuff, you can loosen this strap here and raise the whole thing up above the rest of the pack, and it's nicely elasticated at the side to keep it tight and keep all the dust and as much of the water out as possible. While I'm on the top, they all attach using these hooks. These are called the Rapide hooks, or Exped refer to them as Rapide hooks. They're very simple to use. All over the pack there are loops and straps and bits and pieces, and these hooks are made to perfectly fit those straps in, and they just won't come out unless you want them to. I have not yet had one of these come off or come undone without me wanting it to come undone. Okay. What Exped have also done is they've given you a fantastic amount of strap on each of these hooks, so that you can really pull them right out, lengthen them, and extend every little bit of this pack to absolute maximum. While I'm talking about the straps, the other thing I will mention as well is these little things here, these little Velcro strap tidies. They're absolutely brilliant. Instead of having these flapping around all over the place, whipping you in the face in high winds and that sort of thing, all you have is Velcro through the end of the strap, and you simply wind it up, and when you get it to where you want it to be, you do up the Velcro tabs around the strap like that, and that's it. And that's on every single strap on the bag. Okay, working my way down here, you've got compression straps at the side, and that's a high one and a low one. You've got daisy chains down the front so that you can strap anything you want on there. It comes with these great little elastic straps as well, with hooks on the end and little tensioning toggles. Well, I tend to use that for strapping my my walking poles onto the front of the pack here. While I'm talking about walking poles, down at the bottom you have these loops. Now they're primarily ice axe loops, but I don't know if you can see from there, they're split part way down the strap there, and that is the perfect size split for poking the spike of a walking pole through. So you pop your walking poles through the bottom there, strap them to the daisy chains up there, and that's it. They're not going anywhere. Right, if I turn to the side here, I just want to mention something very clever that Exped have done with the lower compression strap here. This pocket, you can't really see the strap, but if I undo the hook here and then pass it back through the pocket and then through the back here, they've put these little openings at the front and back of the side pockets so that you can have the strap on the inside or on the outside of the pocket. And just get that through the elastic there. Right, so you can have the strap around the outside of the pocket like this, there. But Exped recognise that if you want to get things in and out of that side pocket, and you've got the compression strap cinched all the way up, you can't do that, you can't access it. So they've put these little access points on either side of the pocket so that, as I've got it on this side, the strap goes through inside the pocket, and then you can cinch it up, tighten it up as much as you want. The elastic on the pocket is still accessible, you can still get whatever you want in and out of there. It's a fantastic idea and I love it. On the hip belt, both sides of the hip belt, you've got these nice stretch mesh pockets as well. There's plenty of space in them, just about big enough from my point of view to get like a remote control for my Spark drone in there. You can put food in there, obviously whatever you like. They're nice and stretchy. They're not waterproof. Okay, that material on the pack is not waterproof. That will let water and moisture in. Okay, right, moving on round. I'll talk about the main shoulder straps in a minute, but the suspension system on this pack is fantastic. They call it the T-Rex suspension system. They call it that because you've got a single aluminium piece across the top and then a T piece that comes down like that, so you do have this T shape, and that's it. That's the only metal there is in the frame. All of this here, this is all material. You've got some nice reinforcement around the shoulder pads here and the back pads, but the only metal in the frame is this piece and the T across the top. Okay, now to adjust the size of this is all very straightforward. All you do is you pull this bottom piece out like that, and it exposes these your strap inside. You move this up and down so that the black line there is wherever you want it to be once you've adjusted it. It would have been nice to have some lines, maybe some measurements, perhaps some numbers, you know, torso lengths or that sort of thing on there, but frankly once it's in place it locks and it won't move and you won't need to move it again. And then once that's all done, you just bang that back against there. There's enough space behind that pad to house all that strapping that's there, and that's it. Okay, so let's talk about the shoulder straps. Now, one or two people have seen me on trail with this and said, wow, those shoulder straps are really narrow, they're really not much padding on them, they must be uncomfortable. Absolutely not. The interesting thing about heavily padded shoulder straps is this: they tend to have a nylon strap that goes down the middle of them, and if you have a big heavily padded strap, what happens is that nylon bends in the middle, and you get a sort of a V cross section on that nylon, and what it does is concentrates the weight of the pack on one very, very narrow area of your shoulder. With a lightly padded strap like this, especially one that Exped have worked very hard on to keep the strap open even when it's pulling down, the weight is spread over that entire area, okay? And I find this so much more comfortable than my Van Gogh. I've had upwards of 20 kilograms in this, and you know, I've made it up mountains. I've been up Snowdon with it, I've been up Cadair Idris with it, I've been up all over the place with it. I've done 10-mile hikes in it, no problems at all. I've carried all my camera gear, tripods, the whole smash, all the way up mountains, and it has been comfortable. It has been much more comfortable than the old Van Gogh was, and that is one of the main reasons why this pack has become my absolute go-to. What else can I say about this? Oh, the main one, the absolute game changer. What was it about this pack that really made me pull the trigger? Almost the moment I read the features of it and watched a couple of reviews on YouTube of it. Well, I'm just going to open this up. And what I'll also just point out is that inside there's an extension section there, so that you can really, you know, increase the size of that. Now, you guys know that I take the camera out on the trail with me, and I get it up mountains, and I love to do astrophotography, but I also occasionally like to just stop and take some pictures of anything I see as well. And if the camera's in the middle of the pack here, and I've got my tent and my first access bits on the top, and I've got all of my my other gear in the bottom there, and the camera is in the middle, it's a bit of a pain, especially if the weather's a bit murky, to get in there, get to the camera, get it all out. So I watched a review on this, and I was absolutely delighted, and I couldn't press the buy it now button fast enough on this backpack when I saw this feature. You take off the side compression straps, undo this, pull open this big top piece of Velcro, and zips down both sides of the front panel. Boom. Access to the main compartment, top, middle, bottom. I can get to anything in there anytime I want. It is just a game changer for me. Yes, the Osprey Ether had this feature as well, but it didn't weigh 1.5 kilograms. Inside, I'll just point these bits out to you. You've got your pouch for water storage, for any water bladder that you want in there. There are also access points to bring that, you know, bring your water pipe out through the side there. Velcro strap to hold it in place at the top. Inside, there's not much else to talk about. It is just a great pack that does what it does so very well and keeps everything so very comfortable. I've mentioned the Rapide hooks, they're brilliant. The strap tidies, they're well worth it as well. Great idea. I've never seen another pack with strap tidies on throughout. Exped have really gone to town with those, and I love them. The Velcro is high quality, all of the materials are very high quality, and what it comes with as an absolute minimum, yes, you can buy yourself more straps and bits and pieces to attach to it, but frankly, this is all the pack I am ever going to need. So I hope that's been of use to you guys. That's the Exped Thunder 70, and you'll see me with this out on the trail again next weekend when I'm going to head up Egan in the Ogwen Valley. Keep an eye out for that. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you don't miss anything that I get up to in 2020. But for now, this is Richie for Wild Astro, signing off.